Hey guys, Anime Lover here. So, I'm doing this thing. I'm going to be telling you my story about my life. So, I have this older sister, and she had cancer. At the time, it was just tumors, and so my parents were suffering with that, and my dad actually wasn't her biological dad, and yeah. So on February 16th, 2007, a beautiful baby girl was born, and that was me. And fun fact, actually on that day, the place I was born at, somebody just died. A famous person just died. So yeah. So after I was born, I had yellow jaundice, which is if you have something wrong with your liver. So I had to stay under this light. It's called a Billy light for 3 weeks, and it was hard because I had to take care of my sister and then me, making sure that I didn't pull the eye mask off. And so after the 3 weeks, I finally got to come home, and they just told me just to put me out in the light every now and then, in the sunlight. So my first birthday, it was a Mickey Mouse themed birthday. It had a little Mickey Mouse cake, and it had a little Mickey Mouse figurine on top of it, and I still have that figurine to this day. And I turned one, and my dad, a couple of weeks before that, my dad went to a store, and he seen these people who were getting rid of lab puppies, and he was thinking about getting one for me, and he was like, no, maybe not right now. But on my birthday, he got one of the puppies, which was the last one, and he really liked that one, so he was hoping they would have it whenever he came back, and he was still there. So he got it and brought it to me on my first birthday. I named him Jake, and we just both a year old. So after that, and then on the second birthday, it was a Tweety Bird cake, and I can kind of remember that birthday, and that was also the day. So I had this tradition with my dog. So I would have some cake. If it wasn't chocolate, I would give him some of the cake, since we both turning the same age. And so yeah, so time skip to whenever I was 3. So I was learning how to walk, and my dog was bigger now. But he was outside because we have a screen door where our porch is at. So he was outside, and I could see him, and I was still trying to learn how to walk, and all of a sudden I just got up and walked towards him, and my parents were just so surprised. It was I just got up and walked to him, and that's how I learned to walk, was just walking to my dog. And so also whenever I was 3, in December, which was my sister's birthday, it was the day, Christmas Eve was my sister's birthday. No, the 19th, but we just had a birthday on Christmas Eve, and that day, so she was laying in bed. I was in the living room because there was a lot of people in her room, and I wasn't really allowed to be in her room because she was in so much pain. She was scared I was to jump on her. So I was just in the living room, and she started to pass away, and she said she seen Jesus coming to get her, and she told him to wait. And she got out of bed, got in a chair and sat down in the living room, and she gave me my Christmas present, which was a backpack and a matching lunchbox for my first day at preschool. And then after that, she went to lay down. She went back into her room. A couple of minutes later, she died. And I was only 3 at the time, so But at that time, I was at my half-sister's house, which is not far from my house, actually just right down the driveway. And so I didn't know what happened, and my parents told me that she passed away. I thought she left me because she didn't love me anymore. Because she would always like start screaming whenever I came into her room, which is my room now. So I thought she didn't love me anymore. So time skipped to whenever I was 7. Whenever I was 7, I had a dream that it was just me and these people. I don't even know them. One of them I knew. The other people I didn't know. It was just 2 boys and then my closest friend. So we were just sitting there talking. All of a sudden, there's like my sister's spirit just like popped up and told me that she said, "I love you, Sissy." And after that, like a wind blew and like she went away. And I thought it was like God calling her back to heaven. And I woke up crying, and my dad was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I told them what happened, and they kind of thought it was a blessing. So after that, I told all my friends about it, and they was like, "There's no way that happened." I'm like, yeah. One of the people I didn't know, but now, whenever I was in 5th grade, I met that boy that was in my dream, and it was just really weird. So the room that she died in was her room, and now it's my room. So sometimes, this is kind of weird. Wait, now I'm 12, so sometimes I can be like in my room, and I'm starting to just get like this feeling like there's somebody with me, but I don't know, and there's nobody in there, and I think of it as my sisters. They're like watching over me, and like watching over me. And it's weird because sometimes I can feel the presence, and it's really weird. And one time I freaked my friend. The first time my friends ever came over, so my friend, I've known her since birth actually. So I'm like 3 months older than her. So me and her, it was her first time ever coming over, and I told her, "Oh yeah, my sister died in this room." And she's like, "What?" So her and her little sister were scared to come into my room. Just ran out into the living room. I'm like, "There's nothing to be scared of. She's not gonna hurt us." So that day, so our AC, I have like an AC, and if my door is not like closed all the way, it like opens from the air, and they thought it was my sister doing that. I'm like, "No, it's just air." I actually was kind of freaked out myself because it was the first time that ever happened. I'm like, okay. So now I'm 11 now. Whenever I was 11, me and my friend was in my room. We was playing with my Polaroid camera, and we was like giving each other makeup. Like we was picking out clothes, and they had their eyes closed while changing, and then we like take a picture. I had a lot of fun. So she took a picture of my dog, and she wasn't even facing my closet. My closet was closed. The picture was facing towards my closet, and it was open, and we just thought that was weird. So yeah, that's my story. Bye guys, be sure to like and subscribe.